Just describe your experience in one word.
If I have to describe my experience for this retreat in one word, I would say refresh. Refresh. I feel refreshed. And strengthened too. I'll throw another one. So, refresh and strengthen.
Too many.
Okay, I pick refresh. Fine, I pick both.
Young adult leader, how do you feel about the like all of us kind of coming together?
I think that one of the things that I truly love seeing was the unity in our group. That was one of Arlene's and I's prayer when we started the ministry, to cultivate a group with fellowship and unity, and I got to see the fruits of that. Seeing everybody pray for one another. I didn't have to tell them, they just pray for one another. Seeing them be up in the front, excited, be the first ones on the road. I just want to thank the Lord for that. But that was my blessing. I feel my spirit, my cup, seeing all y'all worshiping together, loving in one another, praying for one another, and looking out for one another at nighttime too as well. So I feel pretty blessed to serve youth that are hungry for the Lord. It's easy to serve when you got a group like you guys who will serve and are hungry to serve the Lord.
Very surreal.
Surreal,
yes.
So just kind of like a short summary. Before I came here, I was struggling in my faith, questioning who I was, disassociating myself from God. I came here, God delivered me from all that insecurity and the doubt. Broke tons of chains that have been holding me down for years now. And so I'm pretty free now, so it feels great.
This weekend, refreshed. I came in with an open heart and received, what God had for me this weekend, and I've been blessed.
Well, my experience in one word would probably be, it was tiring.
I would summarize my experience in a word that is refreshed. And the reason why I choose refresh as my word is because I grew up in church my whole life, and this weekend really just reminded me that my calling can be something else rather than what I think it is, because I know God, as I learn, takes us out of our comfort zone. So I'm ready and open to settle and lay everything down for the Lord and go wherever He is calling me to go.
Touched, because I think this weekend I felt like a lot of emotion, and I felt every word I felt really like I was relating to every preaching that was coming, so I think it touched my heart and opened up a lot of my mind and heart.
One word.
Unafraid. I felt very fearful, but ready to see what came. And I'm glad I don't feel unafraid anymore of God's presence and what God might have in store for me.
Perfect.
Revitalizing.
Powerful.
Then one word.
Heartwarming.
One word I can serve a young adult camp, that it was amazing. God did an amazing thing with our young adult people. Since day one, the Holy Spirit was in that campsite since day one. And I saw them in my own eyes, and it's a beautiful view to see our young people praising together and praying together. And one thing I learned by young adult camp, that we have a calling, and our calling is to serve. Everybody has a calling. It doesn't matter what age you are, that we always have a calling, and my calling is to serve God. And I'm ready to learn what I learned young adult camp and put it in my church, put it in my life, and I'm very excited to share with my people at church. God bless.
My experience in this camp as confirmation because He has shown me what I have to do, which is acquire humility, patience, and to submit to Him by knowing that I can't control everything, that everything's not in my power. I'm not God. I'm just a human. And yeah, thank you.
One word, vaporu.
Can you emphasize?
I had a sick weekend here, but overall it was still a blessing. But vaporu saved my life.
We connected, not so much in the sense that I was disconnected from God. It was more like I reconnected deeper with Him, and it was my first time. I've been to children's camp and teen camp, but this was our first year in the young adults retreat, and it was a very awesome experience. Highly recommend to every young adult. You meet friends and you get to bond not just with different people but more with your church young adults. So I had a great time. I wish I did more hikes, but due to this I couldn't, but I still had a great time. So
I think this weekend was renewing. One word.
My wake up experience is kind of 2 words, is rise up. I say rise up because obviously this theme was the calling. I believe every single one of us have a calling, and there's diversity between that because we are one body with Christ, and with each one of us different calling, it brings us together stronger. Don't be timid or don't be a bench warmer. You are made for so much more than just sitting down. So rise up, trust God, follow God, seek Him. And when God uses you, you're an example to others. You are a light to others. You are shining Jesus' light and being a reflection to Him. And yeah.
I would describe my weekend experience as restorative, and I am so excited to see all that God has in store for each and every one of us this year. Can't wait till the next retreat.
Blessed, of course, but also impactful. I think that everything that was shared here has really just been like a build-up message where it's like I've been able to receive, kind of discover that I'm called to ministry, but it's like what ministry, and then it's like the calling and God just like revealing everything, but it's like all in His timing, and it's beautiful to see how it's like every chapter in my life God has revealed one thing little by little, and through it all I've just learned to be patient and trust in God's timing. So yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Ryan. Describe my experience as like eye-opening. I think as a new believer, I think it's super cool and like influential how many like-minded people are here and like the influence that it can have. So I think I just hope to kind of continue to have that power that I can go ahead and share the word and learn. I think that's more important. But yeah, eye-opening. Is that 2 words or is that 1 word? Who cares?
We'll let it happen.
So how was this weekend?
tiring.
It's because I know by the time I get there, I'm
Many unbearable hours later.
That would be really hard to do. I would have to think of a really good word.
Meanwhile,
You're live.
One eternity later.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Do you hear me? All right.